Welcome in, my beautiful builders, and today is an adventure day. And because it's going to be an adventure day, I think it's probably a good idea for us to finally make some decent armor. And no, I'm not just talking about diamond armor. We're actually going to be using some of the mystical agriculture armor, such as the Inferium leggings. But honestly, why stop there whenever we can go way higher with our armor? So I tell you what, let's start with our Inferium leggings just like this, then we'll do an Inferium helmet, and then we'll do Inferium boots. And then we can go up to Prudentium. And then up to Prudentium, then up to Tertium, and last but not least, to Imperium. And this is actually as high as I'm going to go for right now, but we should still look pretty snazzy. I love the dark blue. It actually looks really good. However, you'll notice that I actually left out the chest piece, and that's because I want to make a jetpack. I'm not entirely sure how hard a jetpack is going to be to make, but I definitely want one if we're going into the Nether today, because I'm pretty sure that the Nether is going to be a void world, and I'm definitely not looking forward to that. But it looks like at least the iron jetpack isn't going to be too difficult. It is going to cost some blaze powder, which I'm already on limited supply of, which is kind of the entire reason that we're going to the Nether, is to try and get more blaze powder. Ooh, but I am gonna need leather for my jetpack. Although I think that this mod pack actually has cow bait. I don't know how difficult it is to make. Oh, just 2 wheat? Well, that's super easy. Alrighty, now that I have some cow bait, let's see. No water in this area. Okay, let's get some water. I've never played around with this bait stuff before, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing here, but there you go. Now you have water. Can you, place more blocks from the animal's home biome here? You mean like grass or something? Could you be a little bit more specific there, game? Let's just hit it with a piece of bone meal and see if that works. Boom! Now what do you say? Animals are shy. There are too many of them here. What? Oh. Wait, you're telling me that my animals won't spawn because of all of these animals? Okay. All right. Hold on. Close your eyes. There we go. This bait will work in this environment. Move out of range so you don't scare the animals away. I can do that. Now, I don't know what in range means. But I definitely want to see how this stuff works. I guess they just kind of pop in and then the bait's going to go away. I really don't know. And am I only going to get one cow or am I going to get more than one? Oh, does this stuff, you can just walk through this stuff? Interesting. Didn't know that. Okay. No cow. Ooh, ooh, it worked. Haha, we have a baby cow. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and place another one of these baits down and see if I can't get myself a second one. Yes, there we go. A second cow. All right, let's see if we can go for a third. There's no water in this area. Okay, place the bait a little bit too far away. There we go. Okay, let's see if we can get a third cow, and then I guess we can start farming these guys up, and theoretically, I believe we can make cow essence as well. And cow essence should allow us to not actually need these guys, which I'm not gonna lie, sounds kind of brutal when you say it out loud. And I guess while I'm at making some good gear, I might as well make myself a good sword as well. So we'll go ahead and make all the way up to the Imperium sword, which is 17 hearts of damage. That is nuts. Or not 17 hearts, but 17 points of damage, which is insane. That is a very, very good sword. I probably even want to go higher with this eventually, up to Supremium, which is 24 points of damage. But you know what? For right now, 17 will do. Okay, give me 4 leather. 2 leather. Okay. You give me 2 more leather. Nice! And now it's jetpack time. And there we go. That is our iron jetpack. And I guess I could go ahead and go up to gold. Gonna take some gold ingots, some gold thrusters, and a redstone block. I don't think that's too bad. How's diamond looking? Diamond may be a little bit bigger of a problem, although actually it's It's not bad either. I mean, it's a lot of diamonds, but I think that's probably worth it. Alrighty, and there is our gold jetpack. And now our diamond jetpack. Absolutely beautiful. Now, this thing is actually not armored. In order to armor this thing, I think we just, we combine it with a diamond chest plate, which I believe we can reconstruct this back down, if I'm not mistaken. So if I put a armored one, in a crafting table, we get just the diamond jetpack back, which we actually are going to want to do eventually, because with doing this, we can use this diamond jetpack to continue up to netherite and so on and so forth in the future. Whereas I don't think we can use an armored one. No, we can't use an armored one in the recipe. So we will eventually be, wasting this particular jetpack, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and grab that, put in the diamond, put in that, and now we have ourselves an armored jetpack. However, it probably would help if we actually charge this thing, right? And I guess while this thing is charging up, I can go ahead and start working toward a nether portal. I'm just going to need some bone meal and a little bit of clay. And I actually don't remember how much of this porcelain clay I actually need. I don't remember this recipe for the unfired crucible. How does this go? It's the porcelain clay balls in a U shape. Okay, that's not too bad. All right, so just like this, and there is our unfired crucible. Let's go ahead and fire it. There we go. And now I need my campfire, which I don't remember where I placed that thing. Oh wait, I actually broke it. Let's make a new campfire. Because in this pack, the campfire is actually the fastest heat source in order to turn the cobblestone into lava. So now all we have to do is right click with our cobblestone, and this will slowly start melting down until we get ourselves a bucket of lava. And I honestly wonder if in this pack, it's going to be worth actually setting up a bunch of these crucibles so I have a ton of lava on hand all the time. I'm not actually sure if lava is going to be that needed, or if there's a better way to get large amounts of lava. I guess if it comes to it, we can always use the magma crucible if we need to. But anyway, this thing should be finishing up any second now, and we should get our very first bucket of lava. And we're gonna need to do this 10 times over. These crucibles are extremely slow. In fact, I'm not even sure if I want to wait around on this thing to finish. There's a much easier way we can get obsidian just by, this. Ta-da! Boom! Obsidian done. And hey, look at that. Just in time, this thing is now fully set up and charged. Haha! Perfect. Now, let's head into the nether. Yep, this is exactly what I was afraid of. Just a completely void nether. So let's go ahead and be a little bit smart about this, and let's set our waypoint for our way home so that we know which way we got to go to get out of here. And now make sure our jetpack engine is on, and let's just fly out and see if we can't find ourselves a nether fortress. Hey, there we go. Now that is what I was looking for. Go away, Mr. Blaze. Now, these fortresses are going to be extremely dangerous because there is nowhere else for anything to spawn in the nether. So it's going to be pretty intense around here, but that's okay. We came prepared for it. We have some pretty good armor as well as a pretty decent sword. So as long as we stay vigilant, we should be fine, hopefully. It would actually probably be better if we can find a way inside like this. Yes. Oh, maybe that's not better. Well, at the very least, I can go ahead and grab up some of the soul sand. Man, this place is super, super unforgiving, by the way. Like, everything is trying to destroy me. Probably I just need to get a few blaze rods and then I can head on out of here. I thought with this armor we would be good, but I mean, it's really not amazing. It's just better than nothing. We should probably upgrade our armor even further eventually. All right, well, I'm up to 6 blaze rods, which I think may be enough. I'm not entirely sure, though, but I am not liking being here, so I think I'm actually going to turn my engine back on, and let's get out of here. That was not a particularly fun experience. Okay, so I came back here to the base thinking that I could use this soul extractor in order to extract the blaze rods into the soul jars, and that would give us our 4 soul jars in order to create the blaze seeds. However, I determined I don't have nearly enough blaze rods. I'm gonna need significantly more in order to actually fill up soul jars, and that's kind of a problem because that nether fortress is not very forgiving. However, I do have a plan, and that plan revolves around this guy, the Mega Torch. It's a little bit expensive. However, if this thing works the way that I remember it working, I should be able to place this next to something like a blaze spawner, and it'll stop all of the spawning of all other mobs in the area except for where the blaze spawner is. And if this plan doesn't work, hey, I still made a Mega Torch. So really, there's no harm in doing this either way. So there is 1 Mega Torch. Nice. And that should stop the spawning of things like wither skeletons and such. And hopefully we won't have too many problems in that nether fortress now. So my plan is to just swoop in right here next to the spawner, place down my Mega Torch, and now jet. And theoretically, if I unload all of those mobs, all of them should despawn. And then I can go back to that area, and the Mega Torch should be working, and nothing else will be spawned in except for where that spawner is. If this plan actually works, by the way, I am a genius. And it looks like it did. Nice. Okay, now let's see if this spawner still works. Hello, spawner. Can you still spawn in? Please? If you can still spawn in, then this is just amazing. And to answer that question, yes, they can still spawn in from the spawner. Nice. And now I should have at least a decent time killing these guys. Not bad. Alrighty, and with 48 blaze rods collected up, as well as being able to turn these molten cores into blaze rods, I think we should be good enough in order to make some of the soul jars for blaze. And theoretically, that'll mean we can get some blaze seeds. So I'm gonna head back to the base and we'll start working on that. I think our limiting factor here may actually end up being gunpowder with 19 soulium dust. I'm not entirely sure that that's going to be enough, but we'll see how far we get. So for right now, I'm going to try and make the soul extractor, and I don't think that this is going to be too difficult, but let's go ahead and give it a try. First off, we need these soulium daggers, and now we should just need this machine frame. So a little bit of redstone is all that we are missing. Grab that out real quick, and I think this will be the soul extractor done. Now, with this guy, I believe it just takes coal as fuel. Yeah, so just a little bit of something like that. And then we just need our blaze rods and a soul jar. And I think that's all that we need. Is this going to... Yeah, no, it looks like we're going to have to provide the soul jar still. And the soul jar isn't exactly the easiest thing to make, because not only do we need the soulium ingots, we also need soul glass. And soul glass costs glass as well as soul dust. Soul dust is something new, which costs quite a bit. We need smooth soulstone, soul cobblestone, and then we need soulium dust with cobblestone. So yeah, this thing isn't exactly cheap. And I actually think I'm going to end up being 1 soulium dust short. That's kind of what it's looking like, at least. There is 3 smooth soulstone, and now I need to... yeah, smelt that up again for soulium dust, and that is 3 soul dust, and I need 4 in order to make 1 soul glass. So yeah, just like I thought, our gunpowder is going to be our limiting factor. Is there any good way for me to get gunpowder though? Nitrate, sulfur, and charcoal, that that's not going to do. Looks like we can also do it out of niter as well as sulfur and charcoal. Is there any way to get niter, or is this just a... Yeah, niter may actually be a mineable substance. Yeah, looks like there is niter ore, which can only be gotten through the laser drill? No way. There's got to be a way to find niter underground, right? Do I have any niter? I doubt it. Oh, wait, I can also sieve dust for gunpowder at a 7% chance for one. That's not terrible. Plus, we'll get some blaze powder and other stuff out of it. You know what? This seems easy enough. Okay, so now I should have enough gunpowder in order to actually do this properly. So go ahead, smelt this into soulstone, and then into smooth soulstone, and then into soul dust. And now it should just be a matter of getting 3 of these going, which I am 1 short. Okay, that's fine. There we go. There is our last soul glass, and now it is just like that, and that is our very first soul jar. Now, I think I just stick this guy in here, and it's going to cost us a fair amount of power, but theoretically, this is going to start filling up. Now, I don't know that this is the most efficient way in order to fill a soul jar. It may actually be more efficient to just make the actual soul dagger and then go and kill some blaze, but this is a way to fill a soul jar. Now, in order to get these blaze seeds, we're actually going to need 4 of these soul jars completely filled up. Oh man, that is super expensive because these soul jars are not cheap. I guess I might as well smelt up all of my gunpowder. We're gonna need it. And I say they're not cheap. I guess they technically would be cheap if I actually had a mob farm set up. I was supposed to do that a long time ago, so maybe we go ahead and do that now. Alrighty, now just get a couple of mob fans, and I may also need some fan width or maybe even some distance upgrades, which looks like is going to take feathers. Uh-oh. I still don't have chicken, so that may be a problem. But wait, isn't there chicken bait in the quest book that we haven't done? No, just sheep bait. Okay, is there any chicken bait? Aha, there is, and it's just 2 wheat seeds. Not bad. Man, I forgot how long the breeding timers are in Minecraft. It takes absolutely forever to breed these guys up. Okay, so just to get this thing up and running, I think I'm going to do it like this. So that's going to be 7 mob fans, and if we go ahead and we just show the area real quick, you can see it blows directly in front of it. And theoretically, even if these guys are spawning here, eventually they'll kind of wander over in front of the mob fan, and they should end up being pushed this way. Now, eventually I would like to get some width upgrades as well as some length upgrades, but as long as I put in some trap doors along the edge, they should wander off the edge as well, theoretically at least. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start removing light sources here, come back in, put in some trap doors, and then this mob farm should be working. Alrighty, and all of the trap doors are now in, and theoretically I should just have to remove this glowstone, and this thing is now active. I'm gonna do a little bit of cleaning up real quick on my way out here. Just get rid of some of this cobblestone that we actually don't need. And then I'm gonna go grab my jetpack, fly around the back, and give a redstone signal to all of those mob fans, and then this thing should be working. Oh, also, trapdoors here just so the babies can't get out. All right, so now all we should need is to put a redstone signal into each of these mob fans, and theoretically, all of this should be working. Now, let's just step back far enough and let's see if we get some spawns. Alrighty, so this thing has been working for a hot minute here. However, I'm not getting any looting from this, and that makes this a little bit inefficient right now. It'd be a whole lot better if I actually had a way to get looting on all of these things that we're killing. Not to mention, it would be nice if whatever killed these things was actually a one-hit kill, because these slimes are a huge pain. Oh, another thing that I should mention is I did end up making something that is pretty powerful. Let's go ahead and just pull back the curtain here a little bit. As you can see, there's actually a device in our mob spawner, and that is the water candle. And this thing was pretty cheap to make, and basically what it does is you light it with a flint and steel, and it makes it to where mobs will spawn at an increased rate around it. It's kind of a throwback to Terraria, if you guys have ever played that game, and it definitely helps with mob spawning in this area. But now let's go and see if we can make something to automate this mob farm a little bit. And we're going to do that by utilizing this thing. This is the mob masher, and basically what it does is mashes mobs. However, the mashed mobs do count as player kills. So clearing all the mobs out of the way, and there we go. There is our mob masher, and I think I just need to give this thing a redstone signal. So is that going to reach it? Nope, of course not. And go ahead and flick it on, and there we go. That is a mob masher. Now, this thing is not particularly quick. However, we can add upgrades to it. Things such as sharpness, looting, which is huge, and then also things like smite or beheading or anything like that. So at the very least, I think we should get some looting upgrades as well as some sharpness upgrades for this thing. Alrighty, so 10 looting as well as 10 sharpness upgrades, and this thing should be... well, that's disappointing. All right, Hopper, I see you. Okay, so probably the best thing to pick up these items is going to be an absorption hopper. And just a little bit of obsidian, an eye of ender, and a hopper. That actually shouldn't be too bad. Alrighty, one absorption hopper, and it's been a hot minute since I've used this absorption hopper, so I'm gonna have to play around with it and figure out how this thing works again. And there we go. I would say that is a basic mob farm set up. Our mob masher is doing absolute work, basically one-hitting everything, as well as getting looting on everything as well. And our absorption hopper is now collecting up all of the items and putting them into a chest down here. The one thing that I don't like about this particular farm design at the moment is that I'm using water at the bottom here. I would rather replace that with another mob fan at some point. However, because I don't have feathers and such, that's not really something I can do. But essentially what's happening right now is the Endermen, whenever they spawn in the farm up there, they're teleporting out here and I'm having to run around and kill them. It's not that big of a deal. It's just more of an annoyance because I do need ender pearls, and I would like for this thing to be applying looting and getting more ender pearls. But that's something I can fix here fairly soon once I get my chicken population a little bit higher. I mean, I got a fair amount right now, but I still would like more before I started killing them all off. And I guess I should also set up a small tank just to collect up some of this experience. So if I go ahead and make 4 of these singularity tanks, and then I should be able to combine those into one jumbo tank, and I think that this is just a singular block that will store like 1,000 buckets worth of something. So if I go ahead and I just place this guy here, and then I output toward the east all of the liquid. Yeah, there we go. That will store up a lot of XP for us. And in case you guys forgot, the entire reason that we were doing that mob farm is so that we had enough gunpowder in order to make these soul jars. And I can make 2 more, which is all that I need. Assuming that I have enough blaze rods, we should be able to make the blaze seeds here at the end of the episode. However, I don't think I'm going to be able to get into power in today's episode. That's kind of the entire reason that I'm doing this, but yeah, power is just going to be a whole grind in and of itself. So I think I've done enough grinding today with the mob farm and all. And this should now be our last soul jar that we need. Done. Absolutely perfect. This took way too long to craft today, but it is definitely definitely going to be worth it. So that is our 4 soul jars. And now I believe we needed, let's see, what was it for the blaze seeds? Let's see, blaze essence, blaze seeds. It's Imperium as well as a Solium seed base, which isn't too bad. Our Imperium essence, our soul jars, and we should now have a blaze seed. Absolutely perfect. I know that this is probably a little bit overkill for what we need, but I mean, it's going to save us so much time in regards to power. Because now check this out. 8 of these blaze essence gives us 6 blaze rods. That is going to make Powa a piece of cake. But anyway, I think that's going to be where I wrap up for today. I do hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like on the episode, as well as if you're new around here, be sure to subscribe. In the next episode, we are definitely going to start getting into some power generation, as well as I may look into a storage solution as well, because things are getting a little bit out of control here, but that's okay. We will get it fixed in the next episode, hopefully. But anyway, guys, this is going to be it for me today. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. You guys have a great day.